Blair, keep your England and let me keep my Zimbabwe.
There are no Afrikaners who have been killed here in South Africa. It's not true.
Every white South African is racist. Every single one. Including you. Including me.
They have been demarcated. White only. Black only.
Let's all work the land. And if that is a crime, it's a crime we're prepared to commit.
There's no genocide happening in South Africa. And when we got there wasn't any cross mounted there again. The video shown by Donald Trump in the Oval Office was actually false. Hello guys, my name is Xavier. Welcome to So and So. What really happened in the Oval Office in America? The world was stunned by the happening between the American President Donald Trump and Cyril Ramaphosa from South Africa when he visited America on Wednesday. Earlier this year, there was an ambush in the Oval Office between President Donald Trump and President of Ukraine, Zelenskyy. He was totally disgraced in the Oval Office. Now, the second one has happened between Donald Trump again and South African president. South African president was invited to America to have a civil diplomatic conversation. But a lot of people knew that that would not end well. Knowing the track record between Donald Trump and the South African people, what is already happening online. As far back as 2018, there was tension between South Africa and Donald Trump. He tweeted that South Africans are killing white farmers. South African government responded to him equally. Now, there was no meeting between South Africa and Donald Trump during that time. Now, Donald Trump's second coming, the issue came up again. And now the key person in the picture is Elon Musk. Elon Musk is from South Africa, and so he has been talking a lot about what is going on in South Africa. He termed it as genocide, and Donald Trump also buy into that idea that there is genocide happening in South Africa. South African government came out to debunk the rumor. Donald Trump said that South Africans are killing white people. There is land grab, that is, they are taking the white people's land from them. That is the accusation, and he has cut aid to South Africa. A lot has been happening between the South African government and Donald Trump online already. And so when this meeting was being scheduled, we knew even a child born today will know that it's not going to be a diplomatic meeting. But surprisingly, Cyril Ramaphosa was caught off guard. He wasn't prepared for it, something that shocked everybody, because knowing things that is going on already online, you know that this meeting is not going to be a smooth meeting. If you are not prepared, don't go. We knew it from a lot of leaders in Africa, especially the former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, who told the white people that keep your land and let me also keep my land.
Let no one who is negative want to spoil what we are doing for ourselves in order to unite Africa. We belong to this continent. We don't mind having and bearing sanctions banning us from Europe. We are not Europeans. We have not asked for any inch of Europe or any square inch of that territory. So, Blair, keep your England and let me keep my Zimbabwe. Mr. Chairman.
But Cyril Ramaphosa wanted to go the diplomatic way, and he went to the Oval Office, and it was a catastrophe. What happened? It started well with conversation, laughter, and all that, going on in the Oval Office. Then things quickly changed when these South African journalists asked the question that what will it take for Donald Trump to be convinced that there's no genocide going on in South Africa? Boom. Cyril Ramaphosa came in to say that, okay, I will answer these questions on behalf of President Donald Trump. And according to his answer, it will take dialogue. It will take Donald Trump to listen to the voice of South Africans to understand that no, there's no genocide going on in South Africa.
What does it take from you is that there's no white genocide in South Africa?
Well, I can answer that for the president. It's for him. No, seriously. I'd rather have him answer. Yeah, I'd rather answer that. It will be.
Our president will respond to you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. President.
It will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us on the quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So it'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
After answering the question, Donald Trump came in now said that turn down the lights. And then a video was played. There was a video compilation from one key political leader, an opposition political leader, Julius Malema, who on political ground kept saying that shoot to kill the Boer, a traditional song that has been there for ages in South Africa. This song actually came out of apartheid, where white farmers killed black people. And so the black people also have these chants that when the white people are killing you, kill them back. It was a chant, a traditional chant that has always been there. Now his political party, Economic Freedom Fighters, kept that song as a chant during their political rally. A whole stadium filled with hundreds of thousands of people shouting and chanting that song. Those videos were being compiled. And one other video was an area shot of cross being mounted by the roadside. And according to Donald Trump, those cross represent people, white families that were killed in South Africa. And so those cross are being placed on graves where the people are being buried. Cars were being parked by the roadside. And according to Donald Trump, it was Sunday. People were returning from church and they parked their cars to pay homage to the people that were buried over there.
I could show you a couple of things, and it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would. And turn the lights down. Turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you. Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yeah. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. Whatever we want to do, we can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament. Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill.
South African delegation was totally uncomfortable. Some of them were unable to even turn their head to watch the screen to see the videos. The president was seated at the edge of his seat, uncomfortable throughout the playing of those videos. The video was actually long, over 4 minutes long video that was played. We thought that, okay, Cyril Ramaphosa will come out and defend this or be able to respond to this diplomatically correctly. But he was caught totally off guard. And indeed, nobody was expecting Donald Trump to do that video compilation and play it in the Oval Office in front of the whole world. And after that, he printed pictures of things that he said that those are the killing of whites, South African in South Africa, and showed it to the media and handed it over to Cyril Ramaphosa. That was a total disaster, a shame, a slap on the face of the South African government and the South African people. But we went deep down to find out the truth. The video shown by Donald Trump in the Oval Office was actually false. Some of the pictures that he printed, the article that he printed, that those are the things that happened in South Africa, was actually not true. But Cyril Ramaphosa did not respond that, okay, these things are true or these things are false. Those pictures or those videos are all over social media. And so we were expecting that he should have known that this is South Africa and this is not South Africa. Or even his delegation, one person from the delegation should have known that, okay, this is actually true and this is actually not true. In his response, he said that the views of Julius Malema are not the views of the South African government, which is okay, that's diplomatic. Those are not the views of the government. Julius Malema is a leader of a political party, an opposition political party, and in South Africa, they practice multi-party democracy. And so you can form your political party, you are allowed to do so. That is why Julius Malema also have his political party called the Economic Freedom Party. And so those are his views, but the views are not the views of government. That is fair enough. But how about the aerial view? Is it true or is it not true? Cyril Ramaphosa said that, okay, he was trained by Nelson Mandela, the first president of South Africa, and what he taught them is that whenever that there is conflict, we need to sit down and talk about it. And so he opts not to do that discussion in front of the media. He and Donald Trump, they should go indoors, sit one-on-one, and then talk and see the truth in it to find lasting solution to the problem. And according to some of the delegation and things that we know, South Africa is not suffering from genocide. South Africa is suffering from a general crime rate. Black people are being killed. White people are also being killed. Black farmers are being killed. White farmers are being killed. One of the people in the delegation said that when you go to the black community, you see a lot of black people being raped, women, elderly people, young children being raped in South Africa. That is a crime. That is against the law. And so it's not that they are attacking only white people. Black people are also under attack. It's not a genocide. It's not happening. Al finally went to the city or the village that showed the area shot of the cross. And when we got there, there wasn't any cross mounted there again. The town is called Normandia Town. So Normandia Town is in South Africa. It's a farming village. It's actually a village. It happened 5 years ago when Vida Rafferty and Glenn, a husband and wife, were killed. They were farmers in South Africa, white farmers, and they were being killed on their farm. Their equipment were being looted. Their home were being looted. And so after the killing, their children decided to mount a white cross by the roadside. After mounting that cross for those two people, other people in the villages and then surrounding communities that their family, both black people and white people, were being killed out of attack on their farm, decided to mount that cross by the roadside. So the roadside, the people were not actually buried by the roadside. No, they were buried in cemeteries. But to honor them, they decided that if you have a family member, a loved one of yours that were killed on a farm or killed anywhere by an attack by a criminal, you mount a white cross by the roadside just to pay homage to it. And after that, the cross will be taken off. So it wasn't a genocide cemetery. The roadside were not cemetery because when you got there wasn't any cross there again. And other time when they are doing it, they don't even mount it only at one side. They mount it at both sides, as you can see in this picture. Both sides of the road has the cross. But after the paying of the homage, the cross will be taken off. So that's what has been happening. It's a general crime problem. So the area short video that Donald Trump shows that those are people that were being killed, those are the burial site of people that were killed by the black people, it wasn't true. It's totally false. It was actually published by BBC. One of the pictures that Donald Trump showed was this picture. And this picture is actually not from South Africa. It was a disease outbreak in Congo. And so you can see the Red Cross people carrying people to their burial ground. So that is actually a fault. So you can see that some people are minded to spread propaganda, lie, to create the impression that there is genocide going on in South Africa, which is actually not true. The country in general, they are violent people, said by one of the ministers at the Oval Office. And so they are a violent country. The people are angry. We know South Africa, what's happened over there, where they are coming from. In South Africa, they suffered from apartheid, where black people are being segregated from white people. You go to public places, schools, hospitals, public places, and they are being demarcated. White only, black only. Watch this video.
Every white South African is racist. Every single one. Including you. Including me. We were born into a racist country, raised by racist systems, taught by racist textbooks, and disciplined by racist norms. Unless you've been consciously deprogrammed, that requires pain, effort, and education, you are still operating from a racist framework. Having black friends doesn't erase your racism. Voting for black politicians, no. Sleeping with someone of another race? Ha! Still racist. Whiteness isn't just calling someone a slur. It's the silent belief that whiteness is neutral and everything else is different. I don't see color while bleaching your hair and contouring your face. You see color just fine. You just don't want to deal with what it means. The entire education system would collapse overnight if we taught the truth. Apartheid wasn't resolved and whiteness is still centered. Your skin color isn't the problem. Your silence is. Your comfort is. Humanity expresses itself in shades, and racism denies that expression. South Africa, we're still living in the lie.
Yes, so that is South Africa. That is how they were being brought up. That when you go to a public school, this classroom is for white people and this place is for black people. When you go to hospitals, this part of the hospital is for black people, this part of the hospital is for white people. That is how the country was being raised. They suffered from apathy for years. People were being killed. It took a lot of effort, and finally apartheid was being defeated in South Africa. The mindset has always been there, and black people always feel angry. They always feel the hurt that these people that segregated us, that denigrated us here on our own land, are still here, and they are being dominant in everything in the country. And so you can see the hate in the heart of the people. You can see the anger in the heart of the people. Finding lasting solution is the way forward, not accusing one that you are doing this, you are doing it, you are doing it. Let's find a solution to the crimes in South Africa. From the speeches of Ramaphosa, you see that they actually didn't go there to talk about those genocide things because it's actually happening. They went there to beg for support. Cyril Ramaphosa saying that South Africa is just a small, tiny economy. How can you go to the Oval Office and say that you are a tiny economy, and then you come back now to Africa and say you are the giant of Africa? You don't denigrate yourself when you go to a diplomatic meeting that way. Say you are a gold-producing country. You have a lot of gold, diamond, natural resources. You have a lot of things to start as a country. So you can't go to another country and denigrate yourself that small, tiny economy. Why? You have company from South Africa operating and employing people in the USA. Vice versa, you have US company also in your country as well. That is bilateral trade. Don't denigrate yourself. But man was caught off guard, not prepared as to what is going to happen, and he termed that meeting as successful. That wasn't a successful meeting. That was a slap in the face of South Africa. Know what you carry and go put your words on the table. Let them also put their words on the table. Bargain, and then after the bargain, you know that, okay, this is the conclusion. In conclusion, we South Africa, we can offer you this, and you too, you can offer us that. That is the trade. African leaders going to the Western country or going to the Asian country to feel that they are nobodies, and therefore they need the help that anybody would have needed. They don't have anything. They are orphans. They don't have resources. They don't have mind. They can't do anything. And so everything, give me. Help us. This thing have to stop. We are in 2025, baby. We are in a new generation. Cyril Ramaphosa, leaders in Africa, we are begging you, stop disgracing Africa on the world platform. When you have the opportunity to go somewhere, know that you are also a valuable country. You don't need the world. The world rather needs you. You have lands to cultivate your own food and feed yourself. You have resources. You have natural resources to do anything for yourself. But you go there begging, give us this. You are begging for a drone. Drone can be manufactured in South Africa, but you will not do it. You go and beg for it. You've been begging over the years, but you are unable to establish factories that will go into that sector. There's no genocide happening in South Africa. Black people are being killed. White people are being killed. There has to be a lasting solution to the problem in South Africa. The people are unemployed, and when they are idle, they are unemployed. They find it pleasure in doing those kind of social vices, killing people, trying to take their resources. When they take the people's property and resources, they'll go and eat it. When they are done eating it, they'll go hungry again. They'll go for another crime rate again. And the crime rate will continue in the country, offering refugees a status to South Africa. About 49 of them were taken to America as refugees. Those are not the solution to the problem in South Africa. You cannot pack all Afrikaners, the white South African, out of South Africa. They will not go. When you go on the street and you interview them, some are saying that they love their country and therefore they will not leave. And so you cannot pack them all. Even when you pack them, where are you sending them to? When you send them to America, they don't have any land in America. And so how are you going to feed them? Will you continue to feed them for the rest of their life? And their children, and their children, they are going to give birth to generation. And those generations don't have any land of themselves. And so how are they going to survive? And so you'll be creating another problem in America because the people over there too will stand up against them. So they will not find home in America. Taking them from South Africa to America is not the solution.
There are no Afrikaners who have been killed here in South Africa. It's not true. And there are no 49 Afrikaners who left South Africa You all know that. It's a fiction. It's drama. You know, America with drama is number one. That thing is muvango. I don't know what is muvango in Afrikaans. It's just a drama. I believe they landed and then they waited for cameras, took them pictures. The next flight back to South Africa. If those people are farmers, it means there are 49 farms available. Why are we not expropriating them? Because they've abandoned them. But why is the media not telling us? Because they say these are farmers. Why is the media, through its own investigation, say to us, this picture you see is a farmer at this. They are not farmers. There's no one who left farming here in South Africa. I suspect that those whites were these ones who were looking after cars at the parking lot. They were attending to cars and they went to fetch them there. They can't live. They will never live the kind of life they live here in South Africa, anywhere else. Even if you live here as a millionaire and you go to USA, your money gets reduced to nothing. So no American or Afrikaner will leave South Africa for America. It's not true. Our country, there's no killing of white people. We're not killing white people. We're demanding our land. We're saying, let's share this land. Let's all work the land. And if that is a crime, it's a crime we're prepared to commit. Because we can't, when we're asking for food, and say, no, you're committing crime by asking. We're having a robust debate on land in South Africa. And that must never be used to silence us by America.
Find a lasting solution to the problem and stop tagging them that there is genocide in South Africa, because it is not. But at the end of the day, Julius Malema will continue to stay his ground. He said that he's not afraid. I'm not sure he will ever visit even America. I'm not sure Julius Malema will ever be in America. He will continue to fight for his party and do what they know how to do best. It is up to the government to find solution to bring all the people in South Africa together. My name is Xavier. This is also a soul. This is our view on the visit of South African president to the White House in America. And until then, we are out.